All right, welcome everybody back to Bossier City, the Dixie Junior Boys World Series. This game's starting a bit late due to the length of the first game we had, which was a dandy where Bossier City, the host team, defeated Mississippi 10-9. Now it's undefeated Alabama taking on Louisiana. So Bossier moves into the finals tomorrow morning, and we'll see what happens in this one. If Alabama wins, it's Bossier and Alabama at 10 o'clock in the morning. Bossier would have to beat Alabama twice. If Louisiana wins, 3 teams with a loss, they'll draw for a bye. So one team will sit and wait on the other 2 to play 30 minutes after the 10 o'clock game in the morning. So that's what it all boils down to. And Jefferson Parish West against Fairhope, Alabama. So JPRD-West and Alabama about to tangle. Let me quickly go to the starting lineups real quick first. Louisiana will be the home team this evening, and this is the way Alabama will bat. Leading off the center fielder, Caden Creel. Batting second and pitching, John Malone. Hitting third, the left fielder, Brooks Brassfield. In the cleanup spot, the shortstop, Gatlin Pitts. Hitting fifth, second baseman, Josh Gunther. Batting sixth and catching, Maddox Davis. Hitting seventh, third baseman, Mikhail Bryant. Batting eighth, right fielder, Riley Malone. And batting ninth at first base will be Cole Dean. Now the starting lineup for Louisiana. Leading off at shortstop will be Julian Pomar. Batting second, first baseman, Cruz Sandoval. Hitting third and catching, Kaysen Alexander. In the cleanup spot at second base, Jace Lavaca. Hitting fifth, hitting fifth, playing third base will be Brendan LeBlanc. Batting sixth, the center fielder, Charles Green. Hitting seventh in left field, Cole Guidry. Batting 10th, the designated hitter, Nick Dalfaris. And batting in the ninth spot, the right fielder, will be Edward Lawson. On the mound, Scott Klein. And that's your Louisiana starting lineup.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to
and they're going to introduce the players. I'm going to let you listen in, as always, here on JockJive.
Park in Bossier City, Louisiana. The game today is on the Lawson-Bo-Brandon Field, and it's between the visiting team from Alabama and the home team from Louisiana. Good luck to both teams.
Well, then again, no announcement of the starting lineups tonight. We're going to get right to baseball. Alabama will bat first, and we're waiting on Louisiana to take the field here in the top of the first inning. Let me go over the bracket for you and let you know how Alabama got here. Back on day one, they defeated this JPRD-West team 12-2 in 5 innings. Then their next game, they defeated Spring Hill, Florida 9-1. Then they beat Texarkana, Arkansas 6-2. And then last night over Hattiesburg, Mississippi 7-2. As far as JPRD-West goes, of course, they lost their opening game to Fairhope, Alabama. Then they started their climb through the losers bracket, defeating Virginia 11-1. And then they defeated Texas 13-1. And yesterday shut out Arkansas 5-0. So since that loss to Alabama, this JPRD bunch has been on a roll. And let's see if their train will keep rolling or will Alabama put a block in the road. And that's what we're going to find out here in just a minute.
As pitching tonight for Louisiana,
we wait
number 8, Scott Klein,
on the first pitch. Scott Klein, right-hander pitching for Louisiana. Alexander behind the plate. Sandoval is at first base. Lavaca at second base. Pomar at shortstop. LeBlanc at third. Guidry in left. Green in center. Lawson will play out in right field for Louisiana. And for Alabama, coming up here in the top of the first inning, it'll be Creel, Malone, and Brassfield. 300 feet all the way around here in Bossier. The wind has been blowing strong all afternoon from right field foul pole to the left field corner. Sometimes straight in from center, but most of the time a crosswind. And we wait on the throw to go down to second base, and we'll get this top of the first inning underway. And there goes the throw down to second base, and we're ready to get this game underway here in the top of the first inning. And leading things off for Alabama will be Caden Creel, right-handed batting center fielder.
Leading off for Alabama, center fielder, number 1, Caden Creel.
Needless to say, the crowd has dwindled drastically since that Bossier game earlier. It was a packed house during that one. What a game it was. Bossier defeated Mississippi 10-9. Both teams played a great game. It's a heartbreaking loss for Mississippi as they head back home to Hattiesburg. Here we go in the top of the first. Here's Creel to lead things off for Alabama. Wind up, and the first pitch of the ball game is a breaking pitch over for strike one, and we're underway. 0-1 on Creel. Here's the 0-1. That's fouled off his foot at the plate, foul, and it's 0-2 on Creel. You can see the shadows starting to creep across the infield. 7:37 Central Time. Here's the pitch. That's outside, and it's 1-2. On Creel. Klein looks in. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Breaking pitch just missed, and it's 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Came inside with the fastball, and there's one down here in the top of the first inning. And that'll bring up John Malone, the pitcher.
Now coming to the plate for Alabama, pitcher John Malone.
Malone, right-hander. Number 15 on his back. One out, nobody on. And the pitch is a bouncer in front of the plate, and it's a ball and no strikes. One and 0. The 1-0 pitch. That's high and inside, and it's 2-0. Malone wearing one of those jaw protectors, I call it, off the ear of his helmet. Here's the 2-0. That's way outside, and it's 3-0. 3-0 to count. Klein into the windup and the 3-0. Ball four. So after striking out the first hitter, he loses Malone on 4 pitches, and Alabama has the first base runner of the ball game on the walk, and that'll bring up Brooks Brassfield, the Alabama left fielder. As Klein gets a new baseball from the umpire. 3-man umpire crew here. Game next to us is already rolling along. I think they're in the 3rd inning, as their first game went rather quickly over there in the Dixie boys semifinals. Klein into the stretch for the first time tonight. Here's a look at first and the pitch. Breaking pitch, strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-1. And Klein gets a sign from Alexander behind the plate. Here's a pitch. That's another breaking pitch, another strike, and it's 0-2.
Batting for Alabama, number 32, Brooks Brassfield.
No balls and 2 strikes on Brassfield. Pitch is high and away, and it's 1-2. Malone at first base. Brassfield at the plate. 1 out for Alabama. Here is the stretch and the pitch. That's hit in the right field. That's going to drop for a base hit. The runner will stop at second base, and they have him at first and second with one out. On the line drive single by Brassfield. Now to bring up Gatlin Pitts, the shortstop. Cleanup hitter for Alabama.
Now batting shortstop, number 22, Gatlin Pitts.
So Pitts steps in. Excuse me. And a stretch by Klein. Pitch to Pitts. Strike on a breaking pitch, and it's 0-1. The cleanup hitter for Alabama, Gatlin Pitts. Here's the 0-1. Ground ball, that's foul down the third base line, and it's 0-2. So the runners go back to first and second. Pitts steps back in. Klein takes a look at second, and he'll turn and throw to second, runner back. Second baseman Lavaca had snuck in behind the base runner. Here's a look at second once again in the pitch. Ground ball towards second base. Slowly hit. They'll go to second for the out. Relay to first, not in time, and the ball wasn't hit hard enough. Alabama will now have runners at first and third with 2 outs. And now to bring it up, Josh Gunther.
Coming to bat, second baseman Josh Gunther.
Gunther stands in with 2 outs, runners at the corners. Klein's pitch is high. There goes the runner to second. They throw across to the shortstop. Here comes the throw back home. They'll chase him back to third. They throw to third. Now they'll chase him home. Now they get it at home. They're chasing him back to third, and now he's coming back home again to throw home, and they're going to chase him down and tag him out, and that retires the side. So the trick play works, so to speak, for Louisiana. Alabama gets no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and they leave a man after a half inning of play. Your score, Alabama 0, Louisiana coming to bat here on JockJive Sports.
Pitch count for Alabama pitcher John Malone, 16.
Tennessee Dixie Boys Majors Baseball is proud to support this broadcast. David Johnson, Tennessee State Director, along with the entire Tennessee Board of Directors, wish all the teams the best in the World Series play. We're glad that we could help support the live broadcast of the Final Four of the World Series that is being held in Bossier City, Louisiana. We congratulate our 2 state championship teams from Dyersburg. Visit the website at www.dixie.org/boys for latest information. Tennessee Dixie Boys and Majors Baseball wishes to express its sincere appreciation to the leagues that participate in Dixie Boys and Majors Baseball in our state. We have outstanding local leadership, great community support, and the best young people that represent what is good about our community. The goal of our program is to provide a recreational outlet through the game of baseball for youngsters in the state of Tennessee. All right,
On the mound for Alabama.
Alabama takes the field for the first time
Malone, catching, number 16,
tonight.
Davis.
It'll be right-hander Malone on the mound, Davis behind the plate, Dean at first, Gunther at second base, Pitts is at shortstop. Out in left field, Brassfield. Creel is the center fielder. Malone is over in right field for Alabama. It'll be Bryant over at third base for Alabama. And for Louisiana here in the bottom of the first inning. Pomar, Sandoval, and Alexander to face the right-hander Malone. Bossier has already punched their ticket to the finals tomorrow with a dramatic 10-9 win over Mississippi. So they await to see what happens here. They'll either play Alabama at 10 a.m. or if Louisiana wins here at this game, there'll be a three-way. 3 teams, 1 loss. Therefore, I think they've all played the same amount of games, and they will draw for a bye. All right, here we go in the tie. Bottom of the first inning, Julian Pomar will lead things off. Right-handed batting shortstop for Louisiana. So Pomar stands in. And here's Malone's first pitch. It's a dirt ball, and it's 1-0. Outfield straight away. Actually, they're playing Pomar to pull. The center fielder shifted toward left center field. Right fielder way off the line and right as well. Here's a pitch. Takes it outside, and it's 2-0. If Pomar could somehow line one down the right field line, he may be standing on third base with as far off the line as Malone is out in right field. There's a fly ball down the right side. It's sinking. It's going to be in for a base hit. Pomar opens up with a single to right field for Louisiana here in the bottom of the first inning. And that'll bring up Cruz Sandoval.
Now to play for Louisiana. First baseman, Cruz Sandoval.
So Sandoval will step to the plate. Lefty for Louisiana. And Malone into the stretch for the first time today. And the pitch. Bunts it third base line. That's right on the line, but it slices foul, and it's 0-1. Sandoval will come back to the plate with an 0-1 count. Looked like Sandoval was more bunting for a base hit than he was a sacrifice that time. Hugged the line 3/4 of the way down and then peeled off. Runner at first for Louisiana with nobody out. Stretch by Malone. And they'll throw over, and back goes the runner to first. Entire field in the shadows now. Stretch by Malone. Pitch is swing and a miss in the dirt. Gets away from the catcher. There goes the runner to second base. Now he throws it into center field, but Pomar will stay at second. That'll go as a wild pitch on the advancement to second base. Count is, I think it's 1-2. Not sure. I'll see. Time is called by the catcher to go talk to his pitcher. Now there's a runner on second for the first time. Cruz Sandoval back in the batter's box. And a look back at second base. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, 1 down. Sandoval chased one out of the strike zone. So 1 out for Louisiana here in the bottom of the first inning. Here is Kaysen Alexander.
Now to play catcher, Kaysen Alexander.
Right-hander for Louisiana. Look back at second base. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch, strike. Both pitchers throwing a lot of breaking stuff early here, and it's 0-1. And waiting is Alexander. Malone's pitch. Fastball, strike on the outside corner. Good looking pitch, and it's 0-2. 0-2 count. I look back at second. Here comes the pitch. High and away, 1-2. One out. They look back once again. Here comes the 1-2. In the dirt. Bounces away. There goes the runner. He better hurry. He's going to be dead out at third. So Pomar ran himself right into an out. Good job by the catcher, Davis, to block that one, and there are 2 outs. On the caught stealing. So the base runner is erased. Two and two on Alexander. And the pitch. Ground ball toward the left side. Third baseman to his left has it. He steps up and throws him out. And that retires the side. For Louisiana, in the bottom of the first inning, no runs on 1 hit and nobody left. After 1 complete, it's Alabama nothing and Louisiana nothing here at the Dixie Junior Boys World Series in Bossier City.
Pitch count for Alabama pitcher John Malone, 12 pitches. 1-2, 12 pitches.
Welcome back to Bossier City. No score after 1, Louisiana and Alabama. Top of the second coming your way. And for Alabama, 5, 6, 7 hitters. It'll be Gunther, Davis, and Bryant to face Klein. And next door, you got Tennessee and Florida playing. Florida has a loss. Tennessee, the only undefeated team in Dixie Boys Division. And I know early it was 1-0. I'm thinking, let's see, the home team is Florida. Florida, I do believe, was up 1-0 next door. But that's earlier. I still see a 0 on one side of the scoreboard. Here, though, no score as we go to the second inning. And leading off the top of the second for Alabama with Josh Gunther. Second baseman.
Batting now for Alabama. Second baseman Josh Gunther.
Here's the pitch from Klein. Curveball over for strike 1, 0-1. And here's the pitch from Klein. Ground ball. Whoa, off the third baseman. That'll be a shot in the left field. That would be a base hit as that one took a wicked hop on the Louisiana third baseman, LeBlanc. Man, safe at first base is Gunther.
To the plate now for Alabama catcher Maddox.
So Alabama now with a leadoff single. And that'll bring up Maddox Davis, the catcher. Throw the first runner back, nearly threw it away. Did Klein. Klein sets. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch over for strike 1. And it's 0-1. Here's the stretch. Here comes the 0-1. There's a shot down the left side, base hit. Hit it off the hands, but got it over to third baseman's head in the left field, and Alabama has them at first and second now with nobody out after back-to-back singles here to start off the second inning. Okay, now to bring up Mikhail Bryant, the third baseman. So a ground ball single and a little blue line drive single for Alabama. I'll look back at second. Here's the pitch. Strike on the outside corner, 0-1.
Plate, third baseman Michael Bryant.
Here's the stretch. I'll look back at second. And the pitch. That bunts third base line. That thing's hugging the line and finally rolls foul. And Bryant will come back to the batter's box with a count of 0-2. Michael Bryant. I said Mikhail. It's Michael, just spelled different. So 2 strikes on Bryant. The 0-2. Low and away, 1-2. They throw Dak to second, runner back easily. Ball and 2 strikes. I look back at second. They'll throw over to second, runner dives back safely. Count stays 1-2 on Bryant. And again, they throw back to second. This one a bit closer, but again, he's back. Again, I look back at second base. Pitch. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Bryant chased one on the outside part of the plate, and there's one out. Here in the top of the second inning. Here's Riley Malone, the right fielder. Pitch is a breaking pitch, and that's a strike. Again, they throw down to second base, and he's back. That's 3 times in this half inning that they've thrown to second. Well, once a pickoff move, twice by the catcher. Actually, if I think about it, that's 4 times. Here's a look back at second base. Pitch. A little blooper towards second base. Caught, double play, and that retires the side. A little spinner caught over there by the second baseman, Lavaca. All he did was step on the bag, and the double play retires the side. For Alabama, no runs on 2 hits, and they leave 1. We head to the bottom of the second inning. Alabama nothing and Louisiana nothing here on JockJive here at the Dixie Junior Boys World Series here in Bossier City. As that double play went for unassisted, and so Alabama goes scoreless in their first 2 at-bats. So it'll be Louisiana coming up next. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 for Louisiana. Here is this game being brought to you by Cypress Plumbing, owned and operated by Victor and Gail Kroll. Cypress Plumbing Company is supportive of the Dixie Boys and Dixie Majors Baseball Organization. Gail previously served as the Florida Dixie Majors State Director and is a member of Dixie Boys Baseball Hall of Fame. Cypress Plumbing Incorporated is proud to support the broadcast of the Final Four of the Dixie Junior Boys, Dixie Boys, and they also sponsored the Pre-Majors and Majors World Series. Congrats to the Florida State champions and best of luck to all of the teams at the 2018 World Series events. As we get ready to resume here, as we head to the bottom of the second inning. And again, Louisiana will send up the 4, 5, and 6 spot in their batting order.
Coming to the plate first in the bottom of the second inning, number 22, Jay Slicava.
Here's Jay Slovakia, the right-handed batting second baseman, who just completed that double play. And the pitch from Malone. Breaking pitch is low balling. 1-0. It's LaCava. I had it backwards. I said Lavaca, it's LaCava. I see on the back of his jersey. Trying to read that lineup. I didn't do too good, did I? Here's the pitch. That's a strike on LaCava. 1-1. Here's a 1-1. Missed outside, 2-1. LaCava waits and Malone winds. There's the 2-1. Fouled out of play right side, and it's 2-2. On LaCava. Here is the 2-2. It's outside, 3-2. The 3-2 pitch. Fouled off on a breaking pitch, and it remains 3-2. Louisiana got the lead man on in the first inning. Pomar singled, and then advanced to second on a wild pitch, and then later was caught stealing at third base. The 3-2 once again. Got a piece of it, fouled it off. Count holds 3-2. Here it comes. Swing and a miss, struck him out on a fastball. 1 out. And that'll bring up Brendan LeBlanc.
Third baseman, Brendan LeBlanc.
So LeBlanc will step in with 1 out, nobody on. And the pitch. Foul down the third base line. And it's 0-1. You know, looking back at Florida's or Alabama's run to the finals here, the semifinals, they sure haven't given up many runs. They gave up 2 to first. I say 1 to Florida is 3, 2 to Arkansas is 4, 2 to Hattiesburg, Mississippi. And they've only given up 6 runs in 4 games. So great pitching for this Alabama bunch. That pitch is low and away. Two of those were scored by this Louisiana team on opening day. Here's a 1-1. And that's a strike on a curveball. Had him tied up. And it's 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Just missed with a fastball. 2-2. And LeBlanc stands in with a 2-2 count. Here is a 2-2. And the dirt fills up the count. Malone into the windup, the payoff pitch. Strike 3 on a slow breaking curveball, 2 down. Third strikeout for Malone. And that'll bring up Charles Green.
Center fielder Charles Green.
Two outs now for Louisiana here in the second. There's a pop-up down the right side, foul territory. First baseman giving it chase. And it's just out of his reach into the bullpen, and it's one strike on Green. A sixth spot in the Louisiana lineup. Green ready, and Malone into the windup. The 0-1. Strike on the outside corner with a fastball, and it's 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 to Green. It's outside, 1-2. Green waiting. The 1-2, ground ball to third. Off his chest, picks it up. He throws, not in time. So Green safe at first base. And that'll bring up Cole Guidry. With the runner on first base, they're going to check on the third baseman. He took that one off the chest. And he's all right. So a runner at first for Louisiana with two outs here in the second inning. Green a good lead over at first. And Malone will throw over and Green back easily. Green extends his lead about a half a step over there at first base. Malone's pitch. There goes the runner, grounded up the middle, right to the second base. When he boots it, that'll be an error. Green will stop at second base. So Green was breaking on the pitch, and the second baseman was going to cover, and he hit it right at him, but he was unable to make the play. So now here's Louisiana with runners at first and second with two outs.
Coming to the plate now for Louisiana, Nick Dalfarez, designated hitter.
It was Dalfarez, the DH. Dalfarez, one of the probably biggest kids on the field, I have to say. Green over there at second, though, he's a tall individual. So this Louisiana bunch has some big kids compared to the Alabama bunch. Here's a look back at second in the pitch. Takes a strike, and it's 0-1. Dalfarez, the 8th spot in the batting order for Louisiana. And Malone taking a long time. Now he steps off the rubber. And again, Dalfarez waits on Malone. The 0-1, nope, no pitch. He looks the runner back to second base. Now Malone back on the rubber. Is that wind kicking up again outside? There's a look back at second base. Pitch, swing, and a foul back. And it's 0-2. Finals tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock Central Time here in Bossier. Just don't know who is going to be in it just yet. At that 10 o'clock game anyhow. There's a look back at second base. And again, Malone turns and looks the runner back. Here once again, a look at second. Here's a pitch in the dirt, bounces away. Runners are going to advance to second and third. On the wild pitch. Curveball, it bounced in front of the plate. Second and third, 2 outs. Dalfarez has a count of 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. A little blooper toward right field. It's going to be caught by the second. But he cannot make the play. One run's in. Here comes another run around third. He's going to try it. He's going to be safe at home plate as they tagged him high, and it's 2-0 Louisiana. So that'll end up being an error on the second baseman, I would think. He had a chance to get Dalfarez, and he could not make the play. So 2 errors in the inning by Alabama. And Louisiana's aggressive base runners coming around third now has a 2-run lead. Here's Lawson, the 9-hole hitter. Runner at first base with 2 outs. Louisiana on top now, 2-0. The pitch bounces in the dirt. Dalfarez is going to try it as it gets by the catcher, and he'll be down at second base. On the dirt ball from Malone. Timeout Alabama is there. Shaken up just a bit. Or focus, not quite evidently what it has been, as they've made a couple of defensive mistakes. And Louisiana's taken advantage of it. And the coach not happy with his infield. In fact, he's got the entire team huddled around the pitcher's mound. 2-0. Louisiana on top of Alabama here. Umpire goes out to break it up, but as he does, the coach heads back to the Alabama dugout on the first base line. And Lawson will step in. A count of 1-0. Malone takes a look back at second base. And the pitch. There's a bouncer towards second. Gets by the mound. Second baseman comes in, charges. They dropped it. Everybody's safe. Another error. That'll go to the first baseman this time, as he just dropped it. And the runner safe at first base. And on the play, Dalfarez advances to third base. Now they go back to the top of the order for Pomar, who singled his first time up.
Now batting for Louisiana at the top of the order.
Still 2 outs. Lawson the lead over there at first base. Long and lanky. Let's see if he tries to steal second base with a runner at third here. Here's the stretch. And they throw over there. And he's back. And Omar stands back in. Again, the big lead at first base by Lawson. And they got him picked, and he's going to be out at first, or did they? Yes, a pickoff. The 53 fake, you don't see it work very often, but it sure worked that time to perfection, and Lawson is picked off at first base. But in the inning, Louisiana gets 2 runs, and they leave 1 on. And we now go to the top of the third inning. It's Louisiana 2 and Alabama nothing here on JockJive Sports. Louisiana Dixie Boys Baseball is proud to support this broadcast. Keith Powell, Louisiana State Director, along with the Louisiana Boys Board of Directors, congratulates all the teams in the World Series. We're glad that you could help support the live broadcast of the Final Four. 2018 Junior Boys and Dixie Boys Louisiana State Champions from Jefferson Parish Recreation Department East and Jefferson Parish Recreation Department West are great representatives for our state program. Our host teams from Bossier City will do an outstanding job of representing their home community and our state. World Series tournament play is an exciting time for everyone. And Dixie Boys Baseball of Louisiana wishes our teams from Louisiana the best in World Series play being held in Pineville. The state of Louisiana has won 5 Junior Boys titles, the latest in 2017. That was Jefferson Parish, Louisiana, since World Series play began in 1996, while also capturing 7 titles in Dixie Boys play since the 1963 beginning. Congrats to our Louisiana State Championship teams. Coaches and league officials, we congratulate our 2018 state champions from Jefferson Parish. Our Louisiana program is also very proud of our host teams from Bossier. Hope that you will win another title for Louisiana. Keith Powell is the state director, with Don Bodwine serving as assistant state director. All right, Alabama comes to bat in the top of the third, trailing Louisiana 2-0.
Alabama batter now, first baseman Cole Dean.
And leading off for Alabama will be the 9 spot, Cole Dean, the first baseman. Pitch is a ball, goes back to the screen, 1-0. Now they say it hit him, and now he's going to go down to first. That was a strange. No, the umpire says no, come back. Now the Alabama coach is going to come over and talk to the umpire. And the kid says no, it didn't hit him. So he'll come back to the batter's box at a count of 1-0. There's the pitch. It's a strike, and it's 1-1. Ball and the strike. Alabama has 3 hits in the ball game, but no runs to show for it thus far. Here's the 1-1. Ground ball back to the mound. Wise has it. He'll run over towards first and throw him out, and there's one down here in the top of the third inning. Alabama will go back to the top of the order now, and Creel 0 for 1 with a strikeout.
At the plate for Alabama, center fielder Tate Creel.
So Wise will face the Alabama lineup for the second time. Here's the pitch to Creel. Another curve, another strike. He's burning that thing up, and it's 0-1. Both pitchers really have great curveballs. Here's the pitch from Wise. That's down and in, and it's even at 1-1. One ball, one strike. And the 1-1. Breaking pitch missed high, and it's 2-1. Here's the 1-1. High, and it's 2-1. On Creel. The 2-1 pitch popped up, first base side, foul territory. They're going to give it a chase over there, and it goes out of play in the bullpen. And Creel will come back to the box with a 2-2 count. And Wise gets a fresh ball. And here's the 2-2 pitch once again coming to Creel. Swing and a miss, struck him out on a sweeping curveball, and there are 2 outs. That'll bring up John Malone. He walked his first time up, then was picked off.
Batting now for Alabama. Pitcher, Johnny Malone.
Wise into the windup and a pitch. Ground ball off his foot, ricochets to the first baseman, who's going to step on the back. Well, Louisiana Rabbit's foot on that one. It hit the pitcher's foot, ricocheted right to the first baseman for the out, and that'll go 1-3 officially in the put-out book. Alabama goes up and down in order in the third. With bottom of the third coming your way, it's Louisiana 2 and Alabama nothing here on JockJive Sports. South Carolina Dixie Boys Majors Baseball is proud to support this broadcast. Shannon Loper, South Carolina State Director, and Brian Harlan, Assistant State Director, along with the entire South Carolina Board of Directors, that is, wish all the teams the best in World Series play. We're glad that we could help support the live broadcast of the Final Four of the World Series, and that were held in Monroe, Louisiana, Chipley, Florida, and Bossier City, Louisiana. We congratulate our teams from Moncks Corner and Lancaster. Visit the website at www.dixie.org/boys for the latest information. As we wait on Louisiana to come to bat here in the bottom of the third inning, leading 2-0 over Alabama. And for Alabama, Pomar will be back in the batter's box as he was batting last inning when they picked off Lawson at third base. Or at first, I should say. Pomar again in the ball game, 1-for-1 with a single.
Batting for Louisiana, shortstop Julian Pomar.
Here's a pitch from Malone. Strike on the inside corner, and it's 0-1. The 0-1 from Malone. Ground ball. That's a base hit in the left field. Pomar's 2 for 2. And that'll bring up Sandoval, who's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. It's the third hit of the ball game for Louisiana. The runner at first is Pomar with nobody out. Pitch is a strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-1.
Batting for Louisiana, first baseman Cruz Sandoval. Pitch count now for Alabama pitcher John Malone, 44-0.
40 pitches from Malone here in the third inning. Here comes the 0-1. That's high and away, and evens the count at a ball and a strike. Pretty good lead over there at first base by Pomar. Stretched by Malone. Here's a pitch, swung on, lined into left field. That's going to fall in for a base hit. Back-to-back hits to open up the third inning for Louisiana as the lefty Sandoval goes the other way. Fourth hit of the ball game for Louisiana. Here's Kaysen Alexander, who's 0 for 1 with a ground out.
That's the dish now for Louisiana, number 24, Kaysen Alexander.
Alexander. See if they may have the bunt on here. The 3-hole hitter, though, maybe not. Look back at second. Pitch. Strike on the outside corner, 0-1. on the Louisiana catcher. And Malone takes a look at second. Pitch. Fly ball down the right field line. That's going to fall in for a base hit. Runner got a late start at second. He's going to come around third. They're going to send him home. Let's see. Here comes a relay to the plate. Not in time. It's a double down the right field line for Alexander. He hit it no man's land down the right field line, and it's 3-0 now, Louisiana. And they have him at second and third, and still nobody out. And the Florida coach, or Alabama coach, is coming out to talk to his pitcher. And they're going to make a pitching change. So Malone's night on the mound is done. Looks like they're bringing in the left fielder, Brassfield, to come in to pitch. He's a right-hander as well. And with that being said, we'll be right back. Your score is Louisiana 3 and Alabama nothing here in the bottom of the third inning. All right, welcome back to Bossier City, Louisiana, and a new pitcher in the ball game for Alabama. And
pitching now for Alabama, number 32, Brooks Brassfield.
Brooks Brassfield, who comes in from left field, will now pitch for Alabama. 44 pitches were thrown by Malone as he leaves the game, having given up 3 runs and 2 men left on right now, and those are his responsibility. And wait on Brassfield to finish up his warm-up tosses, and he has, and Louisiana will continue its at bat here in the inning with second and third and nobody out. A run is in, and they'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Jace LaCava. LaCava's 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up.
Now batting for Louisiana.
All right, here's LaCava.
Number 22, Jace LaCava.
Second and third for Louisiana with nobody out. Alabama's playing back. They'll get taken out for a run here. And here's a stretch by Brassfield. It's a fastball strike, and it's 0-1. Once again, Brassfield ready. Swing and a miss at a dirt ball, and it's 0-2. Malone, who was pitching, is now playing third base for Alabama. And they throw to third, and they got another one picked off. And they're going to chase him home, and now he'll retreat. He'll be out. And now they got the other runner. He'll go to third. That's a tough break for Louisiana right there, but heads-up play by Alabama as they pick off a runner at third base. 1 out. Now Alexander is at third base, or the courtesy runner for Alexander is now at third base. Count remains 0-2 with 1 out. Brassfield steps off and looks a runner back. The 0-2. High, and it's 1-2. So Sandoval picked off at third. Brassfield is stretch, 1-2. Foul back. Count stays 1-2. On LaCava. Florida, Tennessee, and now in the 7th inning next door. There's a look at third. And the pitch. Grounded foul, third base side. Count remains 1-2. 3-0 Louisiana here in the 3rd inning. And again, the 1-2. They throw. They got another one picked off, and he just got back. And they nearly got back-to-back pickoffs at third base. Count holds again at 1-2. That one's high, and it's 2-2. They stretch. The 2-2. That's hit down the left field line. Trouble if it's fair. It is a foul ball. So a long out right there, or a long strike, you might say, by LaCava. Runner third with one out. That one hit him, and now they'll have runners at the corners. After the hit batsman. And that'll bring up LeBlanc. Brendan LeBlanc. LeBlanc's 0 for 1. He was called out on strikes. LeBlanc not sure of the signals. He's going to go talk to his third base coach. And we're ready to resume play. And here's a stretch. That's high, and it's 1-0. LeBlanc is waiting. Brassfield ready. There goes the runner to second. Swing and a miss. So now they're back to second and third with one out. One count on LeBlanc. Shows bunt, takes it outside. 2-1. Here's the stretch once more. That's in the dirt. Nice stop by the catcher. keep the runner at third, and it's 3-1 now on LeBlanc. So a hitter's count here for LeBlanc. The 3-1. Ball 4. Bases are loaded. So they're loaded up now for Charles Green. Green singled off the third baseman's chest his first time up. Louisiana could really break this thing open with the base hit right here. Alabama trying to prevent that. They're at double play depth, and they'd love a double play ball right here or a pop up in the infield of some sort. Brassfield taking a long time. There's a turn, and they look to run her back to second base. Brassfield into the stretch. Fly ball down the right field line. Let's see, going toward foul territory. They're chasing it. Cannot make the play out of play.
Get your hand in it, bro.
0-1 to count on Green. They'll look back at second base. Pitch to Green. In the dirt. Again, Davis, a nice stop behind the plate to keep the ball in front of him. And the stretch. The 1-1. That's a strike on a curveball, and it's 1-2 on Green. One and two. Throw to first and a near pick over there. One-two count here on Green. And the 1-2. That's high, and it's 2-2. Two count. And they throw to third, and back in time is the runner. Tell you what, Alabama pitchers have some good moves. I give them that. Two count on Green. Pitch. Ground ball, third base side, foul. Count remains 2-2. And here we go again. Brassfield laboring out there trying to get this team out of this jam. And Brassfield again, a long look, and now he steps off the rubber again. comes the 2-2. Fouled out of play. Count holds it 2-2 on green. Ground ball to third. That's a fair ball. He'll step on the bag, throw home, not in time. It's 4-0, and they'll have him at first and second. So Malone gets the force at third. Threw home for good measure. There's no way he was going to turn the double play at first. But another run comes home for Louisiana, and they'll have runners at first and second with 2 outs now.
Coming to the plate for Louisiana, left fielder Cole Guidry.
Here's Guidry, who reached on an error his first time up. Pitch to Guidry is a breaking pitch high and outside, and it's 1-0. And the stretch by Brassfield. 1-0. Outside, 2-0. Alabama came into this game the lone undefeated team left in the tournament. Here's a 2-0. Popped him up in the infield. Pitcher makes the call. That's Brassfield, and the catch, and that retires the side. But Louisiana picks up 2 more runs, and they leave 2 more men on base. We head to the top of the 4th inning. It's Louisiana 4 and Alabama nothing here at the Dixie Junior Boys World Series in Bossier City. As we head to the top of the 4th inning. Florida Dixie Boys Baseball is proud to support this broadcast. Frank Hagler, I should say, Florida Dixie Boys Major State Director, and Denise Stallings, Assistant Director, wish all the teams the very best. We recognize the commitment necessary to reach this point. We are glad that we could help support the live broadcast of the Final Four of the Dixie Junior Boys and Dixie Boys World Series. The 2018 Florida State champions from Spring Hill, Florida, and West Seminole are great representatives for our Junior Boys and Dixie Boys divisions. We appreciate West Seminole, Florida, for supporting this broadcast. The West Seminole program has a long tradition of providing an excellent baseball program. Congratulations and best wishes to our team. So we get ready for the top of the 4th inning. And Alabama trails Louisiana by a score of 4-0. And for Alabama here in the top of the 4th inning, it'll be the 3, 4, 5 spots. Brassfield, Pitts, and Gunther scheduled hitters. To face Wise, who enters his 4th inning of work. It's held Alabama to 3 hits thus far. All singles. And there goes the throw down to second base. Florida-Tennessee game has ended. I think I heard somebody say Florida defeated Tennessee, which Tennessee is now eliminated from the Dixie Boys side of things. So we're the only game going on here.
Batting now at the top of the 4th inning for Alabama. Pitcher Brooks Brassfield.
Here's Brassfield to lead things off. Single his first time up, and he takes a strike, and it's 0-1. Top of the fourth inning. There's a bouncer that's foul behind the plate, and it's 0-2. Klein ahead 0-2. The 0-2. Missed low and away. And it's 1-2. Klein a couple of times in this at bat, he has come sidearm. 1-2. Popped up in the shallow center field, and that will be ran down and caught by the speedster Green out there. A long way to come, and he made the play, and there's one out. And that'll bring up Gatlin Pitts. Pitts 0 for 1. He reached on the fielder's choice.
Louisiana pitcher Scott Klein, 30.
Klein.
Pitcher Klein, 40, 4-0.
So Klein's pitch count relatively low here to be in the fourth inning at 40 pitches. And that's a strike, and it's 0-1 on Pitts. And the 0-1. Fly ball center field. Green is going to be burnt this time. It's over his head, and it's headed toward the fence. Pitts headed to second base, and he will stop there with a double as he burnt the center fielder that time against the wind. So a one-out double. That's hit number 4 in the ball game for Alabama.
Play for Alabama. Second baseman Josh Gunter.
Here's Gunter, the second baseman. He singled his first time up, and then was doubled up at second base on a fly ball to the second baseman. So Pitts will occupy second base with one out for Alabama. And Gunther steps in. Pitch is low and inside for ball 1. They throw back to second, nearly throw it away, and they do. It's rolling into center field. A runner will head to third. So he won on that one. And the runner advances to third base. Louisiana will play the infield back here, just looking for the out. 1-0, swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. That one's outside, 2-1.
Pitch count update for Louisiana pitcher Scott Klein, 35, 4-5.
Two-one count. There's a blooper towards second base. That's going to fall in the right field for a base hit, and it's 4-1. Hit it off the end of the bat. LaCava gave it a chase, but he couldn't get there. It went over his head, and it's 4-1. It's 5 hits in the game now for Alabama. Here is Maddox Davis, the catcher who singled his first time up.
Now coming to the plate for Alabama, catcher Maddox Davis.
So here's Davis. Pitch to Davis. Line drive, that is off the third baseman's glove. Looked like he was going to make the play, could not do it. That'll be a base hit, and here comes Alabama. That's their 6th hit. That wasn't very hard hit either, and it sure looked like the third baseman was going to make the play, and it popped out of his glove and rolled into left field. Here's Michael Bryant now, who's 0 for 1. He struck out.
Batting for Alabama, number 23, Michael Bryant.
Line into the stretch. Pitch. Ground ball to third. Foul. And it's 0-1 on Bryant. Oh and 1. Klein looks back at second base. The 0-1 is high, and it's 1-1. That's out. No, he called that one a strike on the outside corner, and it's 1-2. On Michael Bryant. There comes a 1-2. Breaking pitch, line drive. That is a foul ball down the third base line. So the count holds at 1-2. He'll throw to second, runner back. Back once again. The 1-2 swung on and fouled off. Catcher tried his best to hold on to it, but he could not. And it remains 1-2 on Michael Bryant. Here's a 1-2. Way outside. And again, they throw behind the runner. That was a little closer, you say. Count even at 2-2. Alexander, the Louisiana catcher, is not afraid to throw down to second base, as he has shown. That's low and outside. They throw to first this time, and he's back. I've seen both teams attempt a lot of pickoffs here tonight. Count is 3-2, however. On Bryant. Klein again takes a look at second base. And again, he'll throw to second, runner back. Meantime, Bryant waiting. Swung on again, he fouled it off. So Bryant hanging tough. Count holds at 3-2. Look back at second. Pitch. Line drive, base hit in the right center field. And there's Green still fumbling the ball around out there, but the runner stays at third, and Alabama has the bases loaded now with only one out. Seven hits. And, you know, Alabama's hitting the ball in this inning, but none of them have been hit hard. And a lot of bloops, but they're getting it done. And we may see a pitching change here as the Louisiana coach out to talk. But again, the balls have not been hit hard by Alabama, but they're hitting them in the right spot. And they have themselves in position to make a comeback here. They were down 4-0 coming into the inning. Now it's 4-1, and they have them loaded with only one out. As umpires going to go out and break up the meeting. And Klein appears to be still in there pitching for Louisiana. All right,
Alabama.
Now batting for Alabama, Riley Malone.
Riley Malone.
Malone hit a soft fly ball to the second baseman his first time up. There's a pitch. That one almost hit him, and it's 1-0. They're loaded up with one out. Here's the pitch from Klein. That's low, and it's 2-0. Now Klein will go to the windup. 2-0, bases loaded. The 2-0 pitch. Fly ball, base hit right field. One run is in. Here comes another as they drop the ball in right field. He will score, and it's 4-3. The hit parade continues for Alabama. That's 8 hits in the ball game now. And they'll have runners at first and second. And so Malone, the single to right field. Here's Cole Dean.
Batting now for Alabama, number 10, Hollow Brook.
Actually a pinch hitter for Alabama. That is not Cole Dean. And he takes that one, ball one. Ball and no strikes. And that pitch is slow. They throw back to second again, not in time. Brock is at bat for Alabama. Here's a pitch. Strike on the outside corner, evens the count at 1-1. A look back at second base. Pitch. That's hot. Count is 3-1. Klein looks back at second. Here's the pitch. High, and he walked him, and the bases are loaded. So they are loaded up for Alabama. And now we'll have a pitching change for Louisiana. So we'll tell you who's coming in the pitch when we come back. You're watching the Dixie Junior Boys World Series in Bossier City, Louisiana. All right, sorry about that. Welcome back here to Bossier City. Cole Guidry, the left-hander, is coming in to pitch. He comes in from left field for Louisiana. Meantime, Alabama has the bases loaded. Still one out. They played it 3 runs in the inning. And we're ready to go. 8th man to bat in the inning for Alabama will be the top of the order, Creel.
Batting for Alabama leadoff hitter Caden Creel.
Here's Creel. Creel in the ball game. He's 0 for 3. 0 for 2, I should say. He has struck out twice. First time to face a left-hander, Guidry. And that's low ball 1. Time is called, and LeBlanc, the third baseman, comes over to say something to his pitcher Guidry. Now he heads back to third. The 1-0 coming, and here it is. That's high, and it's 2-0. Umpire pointing in the Alabama dugout about something. Or to the on-deck hitter, perhaps. And here comes a 2-0 pitch to Creel. Popped him up. Shallow center field. Green comes in. He makes the catch, and he'll fire it home. And good throw. The runner holds up at third, and there are 2 outs. And that'll bring up John Malone. And he is the 9th man to bat in the inning for Alabama. Bases remain loaded with 2 outs.
Number 15, John Malone.
Malone's walked and grounded out. Here's a pitch. Did he go? And yes, he did. Strike 1 on the curveball. Malone stands back in the box. Count 0-1. That's hit into right field. It will be in for a base hit. Game is tied. Here comes the go-ahead run and throw home. He's going to be out. Good relay by Louisiana, but Alabama ties the ball game at 4 with 4 runs in the top of the 4th inning. And what an inning it was for Alabama. After that base hit, that was 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 hits in the ball game for Alabama, and they leave 2. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Your score is Louisiana 4, Alabama 4. We'll be back right after this on JockJive Sports.
5 pitches.
All right, we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. We had a nail-biter in Game 1 this afternoon as it was Bossier defeating Mississippi 10-9. And We're heading that direction now. 4-4 ball game as we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Louisiana coming to bat. They'll send up 10-11 and, or rather 8-9 and 1. I'll get it right here in a minute. Here's a pitch.
Batting for Louisiana.
Ball 1-0.
Number 10, Nick Dalfrez.
Dalfrez in the ball game is 0 for 1. He reached on an error. Here's a 1-0 from Brassfield, and that's high, and it's 2-0. Stretch in the 2-0 pitch. Low and away, and it's 3-0. One Dalfrez. Here comes a 3-0. That's a strike, and it's 3-1. Here comes the 3-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Count is full. And the 3-2. Ball 4. Oh, my. I don't blame Louisiana being upset with that one. That was a neck high strike, and there's one out. So Alabama gets one right there. So one out, nobody on.
Coming to the plate now for Louisiana. Number 12, Edward
Here's
Lawson.
Edward Lawson, the right fielder. He is 0 for 1. He reached on an error, and then he was picked off. One out, nobody on for Louisiana here in the fourth. That's a strike, and it's 0-1. Stretch, here comes the 0-1. Fouled out of play, and it's 0-2. If Alabama wins, they will play Bossier tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock and have to get beat twice. If Louisiana wins, there will be 3 teams with a loss. They'll draw for the bye after this game. Here's the 0-2. Foul back again. Count holds 0-2 on Edward Lawson. Stretch, here comes the 0-2 once again. That's high, and it's 1-2. And here is the 1-2 pitch. That's high, 2-2. Top of the order, Pomar's on deck for Louisiana. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Outside, 3-2. Here comes the 3-2. Foul back. Lawson hanging tough in there for Louisiana. Louisiana took a 4-0 lead into the top of the fourth inning. Alabama answered with 4 to tie it up. The 3-2. Struck him out. They'll have to throw to first. Steps, throws in time. 2 down. Two outs, nobody on. Top of the order now, Julian Pomar. He's 2 for 2 tonight with a pair of singles, and he scored a run. Brassfield is going to go ahead and throw from the stretch with nobody on. Here's the stretch and the pitch. Fastball right down the middle for strike 1. 0-1. The 0-1. High, and it's 1-1. Here comes the 1-1. Popped up in the infield. Brassfield, the pitcher in front of the mound, has it, and Louisiana goes quietly in the 4th. We go to the 5th. It's Alabama 4, Louisiana 4, here on JockJive Sports. As we head to the top half of the 5th inning. Alabama Dixie Boys Baseball is proud to support this broadcast. D. Mark Mitchell, Alabama State Director, along with the Alabama Board of Directors, congratulates all of the teams in World Series play. We are glad that we could help support the live broadcast of the Final Four. 2018 Junior Boys and Dixie Boys Alabama State champions from Fairhope and Opelika are great representatives for our state program. World Series tournament play is an exciting time for everyone. Dixie Boys Baseball of Alabama wishes our teams from Alabama the best in World Series play held in Bossier City, Louisiana. The state of Alabama has won 4 Junior Boys titles since World Series play began in 1996, while also capturing 8 titles in Dixie Boys play since the 1963 beginning. Congratulations to our Alabama State Championship teams, coaches, and league officials. We congratulate our state champions from Fairhope and Opelika. Hope that you will win another title for Alabama. D. Mark Mitchell is the state director, with Bryant Sharp serving as assistant director. And they'd also like to congratulate the 2018 World Series 15U champions from Enterprise, Alabama. Billy Powell, Leisure Services Director, and the City of Enterprise are big supporters of Alabama Dixie Boys. The community recently hosted our 2018 Alabama Junior Boys and Dixie Boys state tournaments. All right. Here we go in the top of the 5th inning, and Alabama comes to bat. They'll send up 3-4-5. Here's Brassfield to lead it off, and he takes ball 1 from Guidry. Brassfield is 1 for 2 with a single, and he bounces one deep short. Backhanded, throw to first, too high. That's a base hit all the way, and the ball goes out of play on the throw, so that'll be a single and an error. And here comes Alabama here in the bottom or top of the 5th inning. On the single and the E6 to go along with it. Then now to bring up Gatlin Pitts. Pitts 1 for 2 with a double and a run scored. Umpire had to clean off the plate. Now he's ready to go. Guidry fires. A strike, and it's 0-1 on Gatlin Pitts. Look back at second, and the pitch on the way. Swung on, ground ball. That's up the middle. That's a base hit. Runner to third. He's going to send him, and they sent him back. Strong throw by Green, and they'll hold him at the corners. So 1st and 3rd for Alabama here in the 5th inning. It's 10 hits in the ball game now I have for Alabama unofficially. Here's Gunther, the second baseman, 2 for 2 tonight with a pair of singles and a run scored. Ground ball, deep short again. That's going to be another base hit. There's no play, and Alabama has taken the lead. It is now 5-4 Alabama. Pitch from Guidry. It's a strike, and it's 0-1. On Maddox Davis. Davis has a couple of singles and a run score. Throw to second. Pickoff attempt not in time. So Alabama, after being down 4-0, has answered with 5 unanswered runs. Fly ball right field. Circling around it as Lawson makes the catch. Runner will tag from second to third, and on the throw, the other runner tags and goes to second. One out now, second and third for Alabama. And now to bring up Michael Bryant, 1 for 2 with a single. Louisiana now will bring the infield up on the grass and try to cut off that run. Here's Guidry's pitch. Breaking pitch, strike, 0-1. The 0-1. High and away, and it's 1-1. Here is the 1-1 pitch. Ground ball to shortstop. He's up with it. Holds the runner. Throw to first in time. Now they got another runner held up between second and third. They throw over. They'll tag him out before the run will score, and that retires his side. So Alabama kind of ran themselves out of that inning right there, and side retired. They do pick up 1 run and take a 5-4 lead, and they leave a runner on base. So we head now to the bottom of the 5th inning. It is Alabama 5, Louisiana 4 here on JockJive Sports. Louisiana comes to bat in the bottom of the 5th inning, trailing 5-4 to Alabama, and it'll be 2, 3, 4 spots. Sandoval, Alexander, and LaCava to face Brassfield. With that run, well, even with when they tied it up, and Malone, who started the game, is off the hook. Now Brassfield stands to be the winner. Here's the pitch. If they should hold on, it's a ball 1-0. Here's a 1-0 pitch. That's a ball, and it's 2-0. Here's a 2-0 pitch. Fouled out of play, left side. It's 2-1. Two-one count on Sandoval. Here's the next one. Strike on the outside corner to even it up at 2-2. Here's a 2-2. That's high and away, 3-2. As you heard in the background, 45 pitches now for Brassfield. That's strike 3 called on the outside corner, 1 out. Here is Kason Alexander, the catcher. Oh, he's 1 for 2, the double and a run score. Louisiana got 2 runs in the second, 2 in the third. Alabama 4 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth. Pitch is low ball 1. Here's the pitch, swung on, line drive. That's in the left field for a base hit. So Alexander has his second hit of the night. That'll bring up Jace LaCava. They're going to put in a courtesy runner over at first base for the catcher Alexander. Devin Dufresne is running now at first base for Louisiana. So here's LaCava. 0 for 1. Was hit by a pitch. And he rips one toward the shortstop. That's in the shallow left center for a base hit. Hit it off the handle, but got it over the shortstop's head. And Louisiana has him at first and second now with only 1 out. And now to bring up Brendan LeBlanc. LeBlanc 0 for 1 with a walk. Catcher goes out to say something to his pitcher, get their signal straight. There's 7 hits in the ball game now for Louisiana. LeBlanc again 0 for 1 with a walk. And again, the catcher Davis has to go talk to Brassfield. They still can't get their signal straight. And LaCava will step back in with no count. And here's the pitch. It's low for ball 1. Ball and no strikes on LaCava. Brassfield delivers. Fouled off. It's 1-1. On LeBlanc. I said LaCava. LaCava's at first base, my bad. LeBlanc is up to bat. Count even at 1-1. The pitch, off-speed pitch, is low. And it's 2-1. Game approaching the 2-hour mark here, and we are in the 5th inning. So not a fast-moving game by any stretch of the imagination, but a good one. Look back at second. Here's a 2-1. Ground ball. That's a base hit into right field. They're going to send the runner around third, and they're going to try it. Here comes the relay to plate. He's going to be dead out at the plate. They throw to second, runner back at second base. Well, they rolled the dice, and they gunned him down at home plate. That was a great throw from right and a great play by Davis to hold on to the ball. 2 outs. Second and third now. 2 outs. And the score remains 5-4 Alabama. And the Alabama coach out to the mound. As that was a great play at home plate defensively by Alabama. And the coach is going to go out and break that up. Or the umpire, rather. So the score remains 5-4 Alabama. Great ball game here. And here's Charles Green. 1 for 2 with a run scored. Second and third with 2 outs. Stretched by Brassfield. Green rips one just foul down the third base line. And it's 0-1. Count here on Green. Brassfield taking a long look. Now he steps off the rubber and wants a new sign. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. That's outside, bounces away. Uh-oh, they're going to try to score, and he will. We're tied at 5. It looked like they were going to have a play at the play, but the catcher couldn't pick it up in time, and Louisiana's tied it up as LaCava comes in to score the tying run. So a 5-5 ball game. Here in the 5th inning. It's not often you see 5s across the board. You always talk about 2s across, but now you got 5-5-5 across there. Here's a Oh, no, another pickoff at third base. And LeBlanc is the victim this time. They're still chasing him around, and they'll tag him out, and that'll retire the side. That's a many picked off runners for Louisiana here tonight, and that retires the side, and the score remains tied at 5 apiece as we go to the top of the 6th inning here at the Dixie Junior Boys World Series in Bossier City, Louisiana, here on JockJive. And still, it's unimaginable to get that many players picked off. But what a move. You got to give it all credit to Brassfield. Out of the stretch at third base, he's got a great move to third. And you just don't see that very often, but you see it here tonight. And we now head to the top of the 6th inning. And for Alabama here in the top of the 6th, it'll be the 8, 9, and 1 spots to face Guidry, the left-hander. This has been an outstanding baseball game. And it should be at this point in the World Series. You're down to three teams right now. These two and Bossier City, the host. They won today over Mississippi 10-9. And I'll wait to see the outcome of this game here. And we're ready to go here in the top of the sixth inning. And for Alabama, it'll be Riley Malone. 1 for 2 with a single.
Leading off the top of the sixth for Alabama, right fielder Riley Malone.
There's Malone. Here's Guidry's pitch. Strike on the outside corner, 0-1. The 0-1. Fly ball, right field line, foul territory, or is it? It's going to be a fair ball. A base hit from Malone. And what hustle by Alexander, the catcher. He ran all the way to first base and attempted to pick off the runner as they threw it in from right field. To no avail, but a base hit to lead off the inning for Alabama. And that'll bring up
now batting for Alabama, number 10, Holland Brock.
Holland Brock. There's a throw to first, not in time. And that one's taken low, and it's 1-0. Here comes the 1-0 pitch from Guidry. That's a strike, and it's 1-1. The go-ahead run at first base with nobody out for Alabama here in the sixth inning. Here's the 1-1. Ground ball to shortstop, a high hopper. Boots it, picks it up. They do get the force. They go ahead and relay, not in time. So Pomar couldn't field it cleanly. It would have been probably a 6-4-3 double play, but they do get the leadoff runner at second base on the 6-4 put out. Back to the top of the order now to Caden Creel. Hitless tonight to this point. Guidry's pitch is a breaking ball low, and it's 1-0. Here's the 1-0. That's a wild pitch. Bounces back to the screen. Runner down to second base. Curveball, it broke well in front of the plate. Not a whole lot Alexander could do with that one. Count is 2-0. Fouled out of play, 2-1. Two-one count. And the pitch from Guidry. That's a strike, and it's 2-2. Stretch by Guidry. Here comes the 2-2. Pop up, right side. Foul territory. It will go out of play. So the count holds at 2-2 on Creel. 2-2 pitch once again. Missed high, and the count is full. Creel flinched, but didn't go around. The 3-2. Strike 3 called on the inside corner. Creel knew it. A good-looking pitch from Guidry, and there are 2 outs. For John Malone. Malone, in the ball game is 1 for 2 with a walk and a single. Pitch is outside for ball 1. Stretching the throw to second. They throw it into center field. Green is right there to back it up, so the runner stays at second base. So Louisiana escapes that one. Count 1-0 on Malone. Here's a 1-0. Strike outside corner, evens the count, 1-1. Here comes the 1-1. Strike 2, outside corner, and it's 1-2. Guidry trying to pitch his team out of a jam here, or a mini jam with a runner at second base. Alabama trying to punch that lead run home. 1-2. Outside, 2-2. Five ball game here in the 6th inning. Here comes the 2-2. Ground ball towards second base. Big hop has it, throw to first, and that retires the side. Alabama wastes a leadoff single and leave 1 on base here in the top of the 6th after 5.5 innings of play. It is Louisiana 5 and Alabama 5 as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning in an outstanding World Series baseball game here in Bossier City, Louisiana. All right, we head to the bottom of the 6th inning in a tie ball game, and Louisiana will send up to 6, 7, and 8 spots. Face Brassfield, who's still out there in relief for Alabama. Alabama trying to stay undefeated. Louisiana fighting for their World Series lives here. And it'll be Green to lead things off for Louisiana here in the 6th inning. Charles Green, 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. Here's a stretch by Brassfield and the pitch. Missed outside ball. 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. That's a strike, and it's 1-1. Here comes the 1-1. Foul down the right field line, out of play. It's 1-2. Oh boy, there's a golf cart flying by there. One of the staff and nearly got him right on the head over there down the right field line, but it missed him. 1-2. Here comes the 1-2. In the dirt, 2-2. On to Louisiana center fielder. The 1-2. High, 2-2. Umpire says 3-2, so I missed a pitch somewhere. Here it comes. Ground ball slowly hit to the shortstop. He's got to hurry. He throws in time at first for the out. Nice play at shortstop by Pitts. That'll bring up Guidry. Cole Guidry, rather. He is 0-for-2 with a run scored. Reached on an error. Here's a pitch to Guidry. It's high and away, ball one. Here comes a 1-0. That's high, 2-0. Here comes a 2-0. That's high, 3-0. Guidry stands back in. Here comes the 3-0 pitch. Strike one, 3-1. Here comes the 3-1. High and outside. He walked him. So Louisiana has a base runner with one out here in the 6th inning. And now to bring up Nick Dalfares. And we may have a pitching change for Alabama. And it looks like we will. I'd like to try to see who that is. When turns around, is a right-hander. Coming in the pitch. And we'll tell you who that is when we come back. You're watching the Dixie Junior Boys World Series on JockJive Sports. All right, we got a new pitcher in the ballgame, right-hander Michael Bryant. He was in left field. Now I'm sure Brassfield, who was in left field to start the game, will go back to left field. So Bryant will come in to pitch. Louisiana has a runner at first base, 1 out, and it's Nick Alvarez, who's 0 for 2 tonight. So he is due as he steps in. Guidry takes his lead over at first base. Here's the pitch. That's way outside, ball 1. 1-0. Stretch in the pitch. It's foul back, 1-1. As far as the 9 spot, or 8 spot rather, in the Louisiana batting order. The 1-1 swung on. That's a base hit in the left field, a line shot. And Louisiana has runners at first and second with 1 out. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning, and that'll bring up Edward Lawson. So the go-ahead run at second base for Louisiana with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And here's Lawson. 0 for 2 tonight. Did reach on an error. Bryant's pitch is in the dirt. Bounces away. There goes a runner to third. They throw to third. He is safe. They throw it away down the left field line. Here comes Guidry. He's going to score. And the other runner, Alvarez, is going to be out at third. But the run scores, and Louisiana has taken a 6-5 lead with 2 outs here in the 6th. It was a wild pitch and an error on the catcher on the throw. And it is now 6-5. Louisiana bases are empty with 2 outs. Pitch is a swing and a miss. 1-1 on Lawson. Here's a 1-1. Fouled it back. It's 1-2. Alabama looking to the 7th. They'll have the meat of their order up 3-4-5. Here's a 1-2. In the dirt, and it's 2-2. The pitch to Lawson. Swing and a miss, and that retires the side. But for Louisiana in the bottom of the 6th inning, they score a run on 1 hit. Nobody left. We go to the top of the 7th inning. It'll be the last chance for Alabama, and Louisiana leads it by a score of 6-5 here on JockJive Sports. Georgia Dixie Boys Majors Baseball is proud to support this broadcast. Jimmy Smith, Georgia State Director, wishes all the teams the best in World Series play. We're glad that we could help support the live broadcast of the Final Four of the World Series is being held in Bossier City, Louisiana. We congratulate our 2 state championship teams from Newton County and Columbia County, Georgia. They are great representatives of our program. Georgia Dixie Boys and Majors wishes to express its sincere appreciation to the leagues that participate in Dixie Boys and Majors baseball in our state. We have outstanding local leadership and wonderful community support. We have great young people that represent what is good about baseball and our country. The goal of our program is to provide youth the chance to play baseball in the state of Georgia. Come join us. And that'll be Fairhope, Alabama, coming to bat here in the top of the 7th inning, trailing JPRD-West, Louisiana, by a score of 6-5. This has been a great ball game. There have been 2 great ball games on this field here today. a 10-9 Bossier City win over Mississippi, and now here is a 6-5 ball game going into the 7th inning. Don't get much better than that. And here we go in the top of the 7th inning. It'll be Guidry back out there, the left-hander for Louisiana. He'll face 3-4-5. Brooks, or rather Brassfield, Pitts, and Gunther. Here's Brassfield to lead things off here in the 7th inning for Alabama. He's 2 for 3 with a pair of singles and a run score. Swings through that one, strike one. Here's the 0-1. Fouled out of play. I think it's out of play, way down the left field line, and it is. It's 0-2. If Louisiana holds on to win this ball game, there'll be a draw for a bye between Bossier City, Alabama, and Louisiana after this game to find out what we got going tomorrow morning. If Alabama wins, of course, then that's a moot point. They'll play Bossier at 10 o'clock in the morning. There's a ground ball foul, third base side. Bossier, although, would have to beat Alabama twice if that should happen. Count is 2 strikes here on Brassfield for Alabama. Here's the 0-2. That's hit deep down the right side, but hooking foul. Look out in the tent down there, and count stays 0-2. Oh, and 2. Guidry's pitch hit him. And the tying run is on with nobody out. So he hit him with an 0-2 pitch. On a breaking pitch that didn't break. Excuse me, here comes to the plate now for Alabama is Gatlin Pitts. 2 for 3 tonight with a run scored. There's a stretch by Guidry. Pitch to Pitt. Nope, throw to first, runner back. And Guidry into the stretch. Pitch to Pitts. Strike one on the outside corner, and it's 0-1. Here's the stretch. Here comes the 0-1. Grounded up the middle. That's going to be knocked down, but nope, it goes into center field. And it's booted by Green, but the runner will stop at second. So Alabama has first and second with nobody out here in the 7th inning. And that will bring up Josh Gunther, the second baseman. He's got 2. Actually, he's 3 for 3 tonight. 3 singles and a run scored. Stretch in the pitch. Strike one on the inside corner. 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Ground ball to shortstop. Scooped up. Boot. Throw to second in time. Relay to first. Not in time. And the tying run is at third base with 1 out for Alabama. They'll have him at the corners. So 6-4 put out, and the tying run is at third base with 1 out. Here's Maddox Davis. 2 singles tonight and a run scored, and he takes that one in the dirt for ball 1. One 0 count. Here comes the 1-0. Line drive, base hitting, we're tied. It's 6-6 here in the top of the 7th inning. So Brassfield, who was hit by a pitch to lead off the inning, ends up scoring the go-ahead run. First and second. With one out. And that'll bring up Michael Bryant. 1 for 3. There's a fly ball in the right field. Lawson is right there, though, has it, and he'll throw it in to hold a runner at second base. 2 outs. And that'll bring up Riley Malone. Malone's 2 for 3 with a pair of singles tonight. Pitch. That's a line shot. It is a one hopper to the shortstop. Throw to second. Force out, and that retires the side. But Alabama comes right back with a run to tie it up on 2 hits, and they leave 2. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. It is Alabama 6, Louisiana 6. Here on JockJive Sports. Don't go away. All right, we go to the bottom of the 7th inning, 6-6 ball game. Louisiana will have the top of their order up to face Michael Bryant, who came in last inning in relief. And the throw goes down, and we're ready to go here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Julian Pomar will lead things off for Louisiana. He's got a hit tonight in 3 attempts with a run scored. Pomar steps in. And here's the pitch from Bryant. Breaking pitch over for strike 1. 0-1. Here is the 0-1. Popped him up behind the mound. Second baseman to make it. The shortstop comes over. Makes a play, and there's 1 out. That'll bring up Cruz Sandoval. 1 for 3 with a single tonight. Sandoval stands ready. Here's the pitch from Bryant. Miss low ball 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, and he's 1-1. The 1-1. Ground ball to the right side. First baseman has it. He throws. Whoa, what a play that was. The first baseman threw it in the dirt at the feet of the pitcher running to cover it, and he scooped it right up. Did Bryant. What a play. It goes 3-1, 2 outs. Two outs. Here is Kason Alexander. The pitch to Alexander. Strike 1. It's 0-1. 0-1 pitch. Strike 2, and it's 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Missed high, 1-2 on Alexander. The 1-2. Fly ball in the right field, right at the right field. Oh, it's over his head. He's burnt. Alexander will turn. He'll dig for 2. He may get 3 out of this. And he'll stumble into second base. So no 3, but he gets 2 out of it. And the winning run is at second base with 2 outs. Alexander ran out of gas as he hit between first and second. Here's LaCava with a chance to win the game for Louisiana with a base hit here. He's 1 for 2 tonight. Was hit by a pitch, scored a run. Time called by Alabama. So you can go talk to the pitcher. Probably here in the background without pulling him, and he wanted to make sure of that with the umpire, and he's going out there to talk to him. LaCava will be at the plate for Louisiana. A base hit could, I say could, win the ball game because we have seen a lot of throwouts in this ball game. 2 Louisiana runners have been thrown out at home plate. And I think, if I recall, an Alabama player was thrown out at the plate as well. So, there are no guarantees. So here is LaCava standing in. As he waits on Michael Bryant. Pitch. Popped him up. That should end the inning in foul territory. Third base side. It will be nobody. Oh, my. Does that remind you of the College World Series at Arkansas? There were 3 guys right there in the on-deck circle. None of them caught it. And Alabama is hoping, oh, my, this can't happen to us. But they give LaCava another chance with 2 outs. Count is 0-1. And here's the stretch. Here comes the 0-1. That's outside, 1-1. The winning run at second base with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Here comes the 1-1. That's outside, and it's 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike to count. Here's Bryant's pitch. That's low, and it's 3-1. LaCava could look to one to drive right here. Stretch, here comes a 3-1. That's a strike at the letters, and it's 3-2. Here's a 3-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And we head to extra innings. So for Louisiana, 1 hit in the inning. They leave 1 at second base. We go to the 8th. It is Louisiana 6 and Alabama 6 here on JockJive Sports. All right, here we go to the top of the 8th inning. Alabama comes to bat in a 6-6 ball game. They'll be 9-1-2. Here's Holland Brock to lead things off. To face Guidry, who's still out there. It's in the dirt, ball one. Top of the 8th inning. Here's the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, and it evens the count at 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Popped up in the right field. Lawson over there comes in, and he dropped it. He dropped it, fell right beside him, and they'll hold a runner to a single. Nobody touched it. I don't know if he lost it in the lights or what, but it fell right there at his feet, and Alabama has to go ahead and run at first base with nobody out. That'll bring up the top of the order, Caden Creel. Creel is 0 for 4 in the ball game. Stretched by Guidry in the pitch. Strike call, 0-1. Here comes the 0-1. Line drive, that's a base hit in the left field. Alabama, first and second, nobody out here in the 8th inning. Creel gets his first hit of the night. That'll bring up John Malone. 1 for 4 with a single tonight. Two-hole hitter for Alabama. Stretched by the lefty, and he hits that one into center field. Green on his horse makes the catch, and the runners will hold up. So 1 out. Runners remain at first and second, and that'll bring up Brooks Brassfield. He's 2 for 3 tonight. Pair of singles. Scored 2 runs as he was hit by a pitch. His last at bat came around to score a tying run in the 7th inning. Here's a stretch in the pitch. Grounded slowly to the pitcher. Slides, picks it up, throws in time. 2 outs. Runners advance to second and third. Pretty acrobatic play right there by Guidry, sliding towards first base. Through as he was sitting down to get the runner at first base for out number 2. And now the Louisiana coach is going out to talk to his troops on the mound. Top of the 8th inning we are. And the Louisiana coach heads back to the third base dugout. Coming up to bat for Alabama will be Gatlin Pitts. Pitts has 3 hits tonight out of 4, including a double and a run scored. Two outs, runners at second and third. Pitch is a strike, and it's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Ground ball out towards center field. Backhanded, that's going to be a base hit, and Alabama takes the lead 7-6. Slow roller base hit behind second base for Pitts, but it gets the job done. And Alabama has retaken the lead 7-6 here in the 8th inning. Runners at the corners for Alabama. Here's the pitch. There goes a runner from first. The pitch is high, ball one. So Pitt swipes second base uncontested. Josh Gunther is at bat for Alabama. 3 for 4 tonight. Pitch to Gunter is a strike, and it's 1-1. Here comes the 1-1. Ground ball to shortstop. Pomar has it. Long throw. Whoa, what an arm he showed right there to retire the side. But Alabama regains the lead. They pick up a run on 3 hits and 2 men left. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Now it's the last chance for Louisiana. It's Alabama 7 and Louisiana 6 here on JockJive Sports. All right. Louisiana needs a run to stay in this ball game here in the 8th inning, trailing 7-6 to Alabama. And it'll be 5, 6, 7 for Louisiana. LeBlanc, Green, and Guidry to try to get it done against Michael Bryant. This has been a heck of a baseball game. Louisiana got their runs, 2 in the second, 2 in the third, 1 in the fifth, 1 in the sixth. Alabama 4 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth, 1 in the seventh, 1 in the eighth. Here's LeBlanc to lead things off, and the first one is swung on and fouled out of play. 0-1 on LeBlanc. LeBlanc in the ball game is 1 for 2 with a walk. The pitch swung on. That's a little blooper down the right side. First baseman back. Can he get there? He cannot. It's a base hit. So the tying run is on board with nobody out for Louisiana here in the 8th inning. So LeBlanc finds some grass out there with a blooper. And now to bring up Charles Green. Green 1 for 3 with a run scored. Been on base twice. Also a fielder's choice back in the 3rd inning, which knocked in a run. Bryant's pitch to Green is a ball, and it's 1-0. Here's a 1-0. Fouled out of play, 1-1. Green digs in. Here's a 1-1. That's a foul ball left side, and it's 1-2. Again, if Alabama holds on and wins, Louisiana will be eliminated, and it'll be Alabama and Bossier City tomorrow morning at 10 in the finals, with Bossier needing to win twice. Pitch to Green, swinging and foul back into the screen. Count stays 1-2. Green steps back in. Michael Bryant delivers the 1-2. It's in the dirt. Count evens at 2-2. Here comes the 2-2. Strike 3, and there's one down. Green didn't think so, thought it was low and outside. Umpire thought it was. Here's Cole Guidry. He's 0 for 2, reached on an error and scored, walked and scored. There goes the runner from first, throw down to second, stolen base. So LeBlanc swipes second base. Oh, 0-1 to count on Guidry. Here's a stretch in the 0-1. Ground ball to second base. Big hop has it, throws in time, 2 down. The tying run down third base for Louisiana, but there were 2 outs. And it'll be up to Nick Del Forest to keep the game alive for Louisiana and keep their tournament hopes alive. Del Forest singled his last time up, 1 for 3 tonight. And that one hit him, and down to first base he goes. So runners at first and third now, and it'll be up to Edward Lawson. Lawson's 0 for 3. Did reach on an error back in the second inning. Stretch, here's a pitch from Bryant. It's a strike, and it's 0-1. Bryant, a long look. The 0-1. That's another strike. Curveball, and it's 0-2. So Louisiana down to their last strike. Oh, 2 count. Pitch. It's outside, 1-2. The catcher was set up off the plate, and the Alabama crowd from their angle said it hit the mitt right on, but they thought it was a strike. He was well off the plate. Here's a 1-2. Ground ball to second. And he boots it, picks it up, toss in time, and the ball game is over. And Alabama will move on into the finals to take on Bossier City tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock, with Bossier having to win twice. So for Louisiana in the 8th inning, no runs on 1 hit, and they leave 2. Your final score is Alabama 7 and Louisiana 6. What a ball game it has been. And that'll do it here for tonight. Back here at 10 o'clock in the morning, it'll be Alabama taking on Bossier City, the host team in the Dixie Junior Boys World Series Championship. That's it for here. I'm Randy Guillory. Good night.